You decided to bike every day until your friend's wife recovered. What inspired that commitment, and how did it evolve?
So I bought a bike back in 2015. It was my first carbon full suspension mountain bike.
Nice.
Stump jumper by Specialized. Yeah, I still have one now. I've got a newer version of it. But man, when I got on that bike at first, I felt nimble. And I was riding around this campground on our way out west. We were on our way to Alberta. And I was just going in circles, and I was just so fast feeling. And it was 1 a.m. Everybody else in the campground was asleep. But I was just riding, and I was so excited. And I, came back inside, and I decided to text my riding buddy at the time. His name is Daryl. And he responded, and I was shocked because, he was an early to bed, early rise kind of guy.
Right, and that was a late hour.
Totally. And so him responding was unusual. So what ended up happening was he told me that his wife, whom I had not yet met, by the way, we had known each other quite a bit, and I had learned a lot about her, but we had not met. She had had a stroke that day. I was basically contacting him hours after it happened, and she was basically in a vegetative state at that point. Couldn't really do anything on her own. So I was in shock because, I don't know, he was obviously in shock, but he was handling it extremely well. And for some reason at that moment, I don't know why, I just decided, you know what, I'm going to just start riding this bike every single day for the rest of this trip, which was to be 30 days.
Okay.
And already within that 30 days, I experienced tremendous challenges just to be able to ride every day because we were on the move a lot of those days, and sometimes we got into a campground late. Like we got into Idaho Springs, Colorado one of those nights, and it was pitch black, man. Wow. And we were right next to this road. That was the beginning of what was going to be 6 years, unbeknownst to me, of riding every single day.
6 years. Oh, my God.
He and I would talk about the fact that I was riding all the time, and he was just kind of like, dude, why are you doing this? Why are you putting yourself through this? And I never explained that it was because of them that I was inspired to do this. Almost 2.5 years passed, and I finally told him that this is why I was doing it, because he was telling me the updates about her condition, and I was just deeply invested in her getting better. So this began July 17th of 2015. 2 years later, basically around Thanksgiving, they basically said, this is probably as good as it's going to get, so you can stop. So it was kind of a surprise when they said, you can stop your streak now because, she's a lot better. But what was weird was I didn't want to stop, not just because I didn't feel that she came all the way back.
Right.
This streak became a huge part of my life. I mean, it obviously kept me in shape. My biking skills were improving on a regular basis. I had some pretty incredible stories, all of which are in my book, actually. So it's like if people want to go further and read the details of me falling on a cactus or encountering bears up close and
incredible
all
details.
Of the other stories that go with that.
Incredible stories they are, let me tell you.
They're all in there. But what I can tell you is that what I learned is that the habit of this biking streak changed my life in ways I can't overstate how much my life has changed since the biking streak. So it taught me so much of what I know about the positivity around habit formation. I mean, positive habit formation. I mean, it gave my life meaning in a way that I had never had before. I always ask people, what do you do every day besides breathe, eat, brush your teeth, go to the bathroom? Whatever the answer is to that question, that thing is likely impacting your life in ways that are transformational.